In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to find the slope of the tangent line and write the equation. And we're also going to do some type of examples. So let's get started. Well, I'm going to explain to you by using the examples. I'm going to explain the process and the procedure by using examples and questions. So the first example says that y equals to x squared at 1. So the first thing that I want to do is just I want to find the slope, and that allow me to write the equation. So in order to find the slope, the first thing you have to do is just you're going to have to derive the x squared, or this variable as you guys can see. So I'm just going to derive this x squared and bring this 2 down to the front, and it will be 2x. And when you subtract 1 from this 2, you're going to get just 2x. This is just 1 power, but you don't have to write it. So it becomes 2x. So this is actually a derivative lesson, but if you don't have any idea about the derivative, I got a lot of videos on that. You can watch those videos. But this is how you derive this x squared. And then after that, to get the slope, I'm going to substitute this 1 in the x spot. So it became 2 times by 1. And 2 times by 1 is 2. So this 2 will be my slope. Now I find the slope. So the second step is to write the equation. And in order to write the equation, if you guys remember in equation of a line, there's a formula that y minus y1 equal to m the whole x minus x1. So it means that I need two numbers. I need x and I need y. I also need x. So I got the x value, as you guys can see. This 1 is my x value, but I don't have the y value though. So I need to find the y value in order to write the equation. I need the slope, I need the x value, and also the y value. So for that reason, in order to get the y value, you don't have to derive this x squared. Just substitute 1 in the equation. So when you substitute 1 in the equation, it means that it will be 1 squared. So 1 squared is actually 1. So now 1 will be, or this value will be my y value. So for that reason, x is actually equal to 1. This is given. And my y value is also equal to 1. So now once I get this x, y, and also my slope, it means that I can write the equation. So I'm going to say this one is actually x1 and this one will be y1. So I'm going to say y minus y1 is 1 and equal to m times m is actually 2. So m means slope, so it will be 2. And then x minus x1 is also 1. So now my equation of a line will be y equals to 2 times by x is 2x, and 2 times by negative 1 is negative 2. And when you just FOIL this negative 2 over here, it became positive, so it became plus 1. So the last one, the answer, or just the finished form of the equation of a line will be 2x minus 1. So this will be the last answer. So I just want to review the whole process. So the first thing is you're going to have to get the slope. And to get the slope, you're going to have to derive this x squared. And I derived the x squared, and I substitute this 1 in the x spot, and I get 2. And then after that, I also need the y value to write the equation. And I also get the y value by just substituting at 1, or this value, in the equation without deriving. And then I get 1, and after that, after this whole process, I get my value, and that is y equals to 2x minus 1. So that will be the equation. So this is all you have to do when it comes to this specific example. So now we're going to do some critical questions in a little bit different example. Okay, so when you count to the second one, it says that y equals to x cubed minus 4x plus 3. So, and at x equals to 2. So it's kind of like this is the same process. So for that reason, I want you guys to stop the video and try by yourself and see if you get the answer. This is also the same process. The only difference is this is kind of like a long sort of question. So that's the only difference. So for that reason, I want you guys to try by yourself. But the first thing that I want to do is just I want to get the slope. So I'm going to derive this whole thing. So when you derive this whole thing, when you bring this 3 down, it becomes 3x. And then you're going to have to subtract 1 from this 3, and it becomes 2. And then minus, this is 4x, so it will be 4. When you derive this 4x minus 4x, it becomes 4. If you guys remember in derivative, if it is 4x, it becomes 4. If it is 3x, it becomes 3. This is how it goes in derivative. So for that reason, this becomes minus 4. This 4x become 4. And when you counter the constant in derivative, any constant number is 0. So you don't have to worry about the derivative, it's just a 0. And then after that, I'm going to put this 2 in my x spot. So it becomes 3 times by 2, the whole the power of 2 minus 4. And then 2 times by 2 is 4, and 4 times by 3 is 12. 12 minus 4 is what? It's just 2. It's 8. So 8 will be my slope. It's just the slope value will be 8. So once I get my slope, the second step is I got my x value, so I need my y value. So my y value, I'm going to get my y value by substituting 2 in the equation. So it will be 2 to the whole the power of 3 minus 4 times by 3 and plus 3. And then 2 times 2 raised to the 2 cube is actually 8. So this is actually 8 minus and 4 times by 3 is 12. This is not actually 3. This is 2. So 4 times by 2 is 8. And then plus 3. So when you cancel these two things, you're going to get 3. So my y value is 3. So it will be x1 is equal to 2 and y1 is equal to 3. So now I can write my equation because I got all of the things that I need to write the equation. I got the slope, I got the x1, the y1. So this is actually m, or the slope. So I'm going to say y1 minus y1, y minus not a y1, but y minus y1 equal to m times by x minus x1. So y minus y1 is 3 and equal to m is 8 and the whole x minus x1. So my x1 is 2. So the equation of a line will be 8 times by 8 is x is 8x and 8x minus 16 plus, when you just FOIL this thing, when you just bring it over here, it will be positive, so it became plus 3. So the last answer, or the equation of a line form, will be 8x minus 17. So this will be the last answer for this specific example. So the process is, the first thing you have to do is you're going to have to find the slope by derivating the equation. And then after that, you're going to have to put this x, or whatever the number that they're going to give you, in the equation. So without derivating it, and then you're going to get some value. So that value will be your y1. And then by using this formula, you're going to change that to the equation form. So that's the whole process, and this is all you have to do when you guys are talking about just when you guys got this type of examples and questions. So this is it for this video, and this is all you have to do in this type of examples. So thanks for watching and have a good day.